I've always been hugely taken by the picture and the description of Jesus as the servant king. And so many people, particularly in the world of fashion that I come from, you know, they're these wheeler-dealer, money accumulating, exploitative individuals who don't seem to give a monkey's about the people who work for them and their customers. Yeah, they're in it for themselves. And so much leadership is about authority, and it's something up there and detached from the people they're working with and for. And for me, the picture of servant leadership, I think God's planted it firmly in them, firmly in me since I was growing up. That sense that actually we're all in this together, and therefore if we treat people as we'd like to be treated, which I guess is the definition of love your neighbour, it's the best environment. You can get the best out of people. If problems come up, actually the fact that you have that respectful relationship with people means that problems can be resolved. They tend not to get out of hand. When on the few occasions I had to make people redundant or sack them as a boss, I made it my job to ensure that once the decision was taken, which was always painful, but it needed to be taken and that was the right thing, then to make that as positive an experience for the people who were on the receiving end of it. That was an example of servant leadership. The idea that somebody comes in the room in the morning, they get your sack, mate, out you go, pack your bags, you're gone. I mean, you can't get much worse than that. And that's just one example, or a stupid example. There were a lot of women who worked in our office, being in fashion. And it was an old building. We had a bit of a problem with mice. And on several occasions the mice came out during the daytime, the screams went up, people got onto their chairs. Now you could either phone to, it was a historic palace, Somerset House in London. You either phone up the the people that run the place and say, we've got a problem here, or as I did the first time, I thought, okay, where's the mouse? In that corner. So I got down on my hands and knees and went in there to try and get this mice. But that indication that the boss was prepared to roll his sleeves up, climb under a thing, that spoke volumes. And it's a silly example in one sense, but if you take the how to make somebody redundant in a way that's caring towards them, or trying to catch a mouse in the office, to me look like two extremes of what servant leadership should look like. And for me that is success, and I was delighted when I stepped back at the things that people were saying about me. Was I the highest profile, best known person in the whole fashion industry? No, that wasn't really my role. But the kind things that people said, I think kindness is a key thing that flows out of servant leadership. You want to be kind towards people, it's part of the fruit of the Spirit. It really warmed my heart to know that that was the person I was seen as. Was I going to change the world overnight? Maybe not, I did in some areas. But the fact that I was seen as effectively a servant leader, I look for me as the greatest success that I achieved.